$486,000 per worker. That's the SK Hynix bonus number stunning Seoul tonight. Hi, I'm Lena. The US bell just rang, and Seoul opens in about an hour. Tonight, an SK Hynix bonus war, China's record chip IPO, Hyundai buys Boston Dynamics, and a $2 billion bubble tea auction. Start with SK Hynix, where management wants to pay part of the 2026 bonus in treasury shares instead of cash. Consensus 2026 operating profit is about 252 trillion Korean wons, or roughly $169 billion. The bonus pool equals 10% of operating profit, that's around 25 trillion Korean wons, or $16.8 billion. Split across 34,549 employees, the average payout works out to roughly 724 million Korean wons per worker. In dollars, that is about $486,000 each, extraordinary even for a memory boom year. But the union is pushing back hard, and the objection is very Korean. Korean law taxes share-based bonuses at grant, so workers may be forced to sell stock just to pay the tax bill. Watch SK Hynix at Seoul's Open for any signal on how far management will bend. Next, China's Changxan Memory, CXMT, just priced the country's biggest ever chip IPO. On July 15, shares priced at 8.66 yuan, raising 57.9 billion yuan, about $8.55 billion. With the full overallotment, that climbs to $9.83 billion. The deal values CXMT at 579 billion yuan, or roughly $85.6 billion. It drew 212 times oversubscription from 9.4 million investors and eclipsed SMIC's 2020 record. For Samsung and SK Hynix, the pressure is on commodity drum, not the HBM stack that powers AI accelerators. The question is how long that moat holds, as CXMT now has $9 billion in fresh capital. Now to Hyundai Motor Group, which is taking full control of Boston Dynamics. On July 16, Hyundai agreed to buy SoftBank's remaining 9.65% stake for $325 million. That implies a $3.3 billion valuation, identical to what Hyundai paid in 2021, despite the global AI boom. The prize is 25,000 Atlas humanoid robots cleared for Korean and US plants by 2028. It's a bet that factory humanoids, not passenger cars, are the next platform Hyundai wants to own. Story 4: Private equity is chasing bubble tea chain Gong Cha for $2 billion. Seller TA Associates has shortlisted Bain Capital, General Atlantic, and Korea's own MBK partners. The $2 billion tag implies roughly 30 times EBITDA, a rich price in any market. Korea is Gong Cha's single largest market, 900 stores, 41% of the 2,200 global network. Yet Korean operating profit fell 78% in 2023 as Mega Coffee, Compose and Pixate the value tier. Quick hits before Seoul opens. Meritz Financial approved a 200 billion Korean won's debtor-in-possession loan for Homeplus, and MBK chairman Kim Byung-ju put up a full personal guarantee. Align Partners, holding 14.83% of JB Financial, is pushing a merger with BNK to build a 234 trillion Korean won's regional bank. The board decides by August 7. Naver put an extra 33 billion Korean wons into market Kurly, lifting its stake to 6.2% and pulling Kurly's logistics into the End Delivery Alliance. Naver Plus Store hit 8.38 million monthly active users in April, up about 45% since November as Coupang's data breach still lingers. Korea's big three department stores drew 1.68 trillion Korean wons in foreign purchases in the first half, each on track to top 1 trillion Korean wons for the year. K-pop album exports hit a record $257.48 million in H1, up 125% year-over-year, led by BTS's Ararang. SK Networks swung to a 42.7 billion Korean won's net profit in Q1 as its ICT division jumped roughly sixfold. Watch item for tonight: HYBE reports July 28, and that Ararang number sets a very high bar. For the full analysis on every story, head to LineVestnews.com and subscribe to LineVest Daily, free in your inbox before Seoul opens.